Hey, what's happening everybody out there? My name is Jakejames Lugo and welcome to the channel. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different for the vlog, and I wanted to kind of present something that I feel is very important and should be revisited every now and then, especially in light of everything that's gone on right now. With all the news that's been happening with IGN and Boomstick Gaming and a lot of the discussions that go along with that stuff, I still feel it's very important to reiterate that both games media and people that are content creators, on different platforms and stuff should still be working together despite all this different type of stuff that goes down. A lot of the discussion I'm seeing around the IGN story with the whole plagiarism thing and Philip Mewson is still kind of like demonizing larger outlets, or at least demonizing certain people on both sides of the equation. You have one group of people that are saying that the big outlets like IGN are still very, very bad, which is not true whatsoever. And then on the flip side, you still have other people on various different outlets kind of pointing the finger at content creators or using that as ammo, as a reason to kind of avoid working together with them. And I feel like on both sides of this it's really bad, and really in essence, both people, or at least both groups of people, should be trying their best to collaborate with each other in order to bring great content to the audience out there. The guys that are watching YouTube like this, like you guys are now, or anywhere else when they're actually looking at video or reading stuff all over the place on the internet. So what better way to approach this than to actually give you guys a video essay and kind of convey my thoughts based off of something I wrote not too long ago that was on this very same topic. It's interesting too because the timing, again, with all the stuff that's been happening in the news here and there, I still feel like this is going to be very relevant for a very long time because it's always going to come up in conversation in one way or another. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to present you guys some random gameplay, just to show you guys a visual type of thing, nothing related to what I'm actually going to be reading from, but I'm going to read an actual editorial that I posted up on thecoalition.com. There'll be links in the description box below to the full editorial so you guys can read it as well, but I'm still going to present it to you guys in this video form with me just talking. That way I can kind of give you guys some good food for thought, relevant to this conversation. Anyway, I will see you guys on the other side. Enjoy the video. With video games becoming such a large industry, it seems that everyone that has an opinion about them also has a strong desire to share it with the world. Critique of gaming, or content creation on games to some, has become so popular with the field that nearly anyone with a camera and access to an internet connection can participate in the sea of thoughts online. But while there is a clear line between those that observe gaming professionally and those that do it so as a hobby, the two extremes are always at odds with one another. In recent years, those who create content at traditional outlets are always clashing with those who get into games independently through open online platforms, with one side always looking to one-up and push down the other. However, both sides often fail to realize that they need to work together now more than ever. It's no secret that the industry is in a constant state of change. The way people consume information is always morphing into new forms with each new trend that occurs. Not too long ago, we got reviews and opinions about video games from magazines and commercials until a thing known as the World Wide Web changed the landscape of information exchange forever. Magazines became less dominant despite still being present even today, and more focus shifted into what was the new approach to making content about video games. While not as drastic, the same type of change is occurring today with the accessibility and diversity of opinions out there about video games. No longer is it one kind of group that is giving their perspective to the audience, it's a number of different groups and people with something important and interesting to say. Does that make anyone's stance better than the other? No. But it does give the audience more to choose from. This is where the crux of the problem is, and why there's so much animosity between games media and content creators online. Both sides rely on viewers and readers to thrive, which is a constantly fleeting and changing thing. Some argue there's only so much viewership to go around, falling into what's known as the scarcity model. But this kind of thinking is wrong and ultimately dismissive. The financial parts of making content online about video games is always important, but the other part that gets lost in the confusion is relevancy and consistent outreach. People who consume content on games don't always just commit to one source. They follow a variety of different places or people related to what they enjoy. Most people on YouTube aren't going to subscribe to just one channel on any topic, but instead tend to sub to many different creators who cover similar subjects. Just the same, most readers aren't going to just go to one website for all their news and reviews. They'll often visit many within a short period of time. It needs to be understood that people aren't finite resources like money or food for outlets or channels to survive. They're a lot more complex and susceptible to change and can give their time and energy to more than one thing. Both sides, those in traditional gaming media and those who are the new age content creators, spend way too much time trying to pull down the other side in an attempt to garner the attention or credibility from the audience. It's a bad superiority context, with one group pointing out how bigoted and unprofessional the other is, while the opposite side lingers on how the other is obsolete and corrupted. All of it is based on hearsay and complaints of everyone shouting viciously to one another online, which helps nothing. It's not only a constant waste of time and effort that burns bridges which could benefit the audience with interesting and amazing collaborations, but also reinforces the negative stereotypes from eyes from outside of the gaming industry that are pushed onto all of us. That we're all immature, we're constantly fighting, we can't see past our own views, and more of the same that's been around for many years. Why can't anyone from either side, take the moment to sit down with the other, set an example, and collaborate by utilizing what works from both and give the audience something more? Or are there way too many people caught up in their professional pride and their subscriber counts to admit that they don't have all the answers? It sometimes feels like that more than what it really should. In the end, what we have here is a divide that doesn't need to be there. A rift caused by misunderstanding and stubbornness. It's not a working competition that pushes everyone further in their craft, it becomes borderline hatred towards one another. We end up getting content creators and industry folk that lose themselves punching up and down onto others, rather than making thought-inducing, fun content for the audience they need to survive. This is something that needs to change, and it honestly needs to change now. As the gaming industry and the landscape of online platforms continues to transform more and more, many can and will lose themselves without having done more to remain relevant should this continue. Everyone within the gaming media and the content creators working independently can flourish with the audiences that are abundant and engaging, but neither side has to take out the other in order to get it. Whether they want to admit it or not, both sides can learn, adapt, and become greater with the help of the other. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you guys watching it. Hopefully it gave you guys some good food for thought. It gave you guys some insight and at least something to think about in relation to all this stuff. I still think that a lot of us, both in games media as well as content creators on various platforms, should do what we can to work together with the opposite side, or at least work together with as many people as we can to provide great content for everybody that follows our stuff. We need each other more now than ever, and we shouldn't let a couple bad apples that pop up here and there, and a few bad situations that pop up here and there, spoil the bunch or spoil everything for everybody involved. But hopefully you enjoyed the whole video essay. Let me know what's up in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys think about all this stuff, and feel free, again, in the description box, check out the full editorial that I have over on thecoalition.com, so that way you guys can read it yourself. If you guys can, please leave me a like on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm uploading every single week here on the channel, posting up a lot of different content, including reviews every single week, vlogs just like this one, my Definitive Discussion Rebooted series where I bring on different guests for one-on-one chats about a variety of topics. There's a lot here to love, and I hope that a lot of you guys are enjoying all the stuff I'm putting here on the YouTube channel. And big shout outs to Jasmine Russell for supporting me at the Beast tier level on my Patreon page. You're getting shout outs for the entire month on every single video. If you guys that are watching this now want that same type of love, or if you want to show support for all the videos and other content that I post here on the YouTube channel, check out the link in the description box below. There's my Patreon page. I have a bunch of different tier levels and rewards for everybody that shows love and support for my content. If you guys can, please consider doing so. It would really mean a lot. I could be able to do a lot more greater, grander things for the YouTube channel and the content that I provide for you guys. Anyway, I will talk to all of you again very soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.